the body needs around 40 different supplements to keep up great health. No single food can furnish the body with every one of these supplements. In this way, you have to expend a wide assortment of foods like natural products, vegetables, meat, angle, poultry, protein-rich food, dairy items and whole grain items. Take after great health tips and a direct food pyramid to enable you to arrange your diet. Continuously take a gander at the sustenance actualities set on food names to recognize what you are eating. Organic products, vegetables, and whole grains foods are critical for a healthy body. You need around 6 to 11 servings of rice, bread, oats and pasta, with 3 of them being whole grains. You additionally need to devour around 3 servings of green foods, 4 servings of vegetables. In spite of the fact that you may not crave expanding them to begin with, you have to find original health tip formulas to make them more delectable and pleasant. Keep up your weight at a protected level. Your tallness, age, sex and heredity variables would decide your optimal weight. On the off chance that you have overabundance fat in your body, your odds of hypertension, diabetes, stroke, coronary illness, and certain sorts of disease will go up. Being too thin would likewise offer a scent to its share of issues like osteoporosis for the elderly and menstrual abnormalities in ladies, among other health issues. Counsel a registered dietitian for health tips to grow great eating propensities and figure out how to deal with your weight. Make sure to exercise in the meantime to control your weight. On the off chance that you are attempting to enhance your health, you may be contemplating leaving upon some healthy eating arranges. Be that as it may, for some people, it can be hard to change over to a healthy diet, and a few people don't know where to start. Fortunately, the data in this article might have the capacity to offer assistance. A great approach to set out upon a healthier diet is to begin by tossing out the greater part of the garbage food that is at your home and in your office. This implies you have to toss out the sugary beverages, treat, chips, and any broiled foods that may be in your cooler or storeroom. You may likewise need to prepare free of any made meals, since these are typically pressed with fat and sodium. Outings to the market can be intense, particularly when you stroll through passageways loaded with garbage food. If conceivable, attempt to stay away from these paths. That way, you won't need to see the foods that are always enticing you. Rather, attempt to arrange your excursion through the store with the goal that you can maintain a strategic distance from the garbage food. It might likewise be useful to buy a few cookbooks that contain good formulas and look into thoughts for smoothies and snacks that are stacked with supplements. It can be difficult to think of your formulas, so it may be less demanding to take some counsel from the experts. Healthy eating assumes a unique part in carrying on with a healthy life. Large portions of us do have desires for the certain food that is not healthy, and we do experience the ill effects of attempting to stay away from or diminish eating those foods. A few people experience an administration diet and feel that they are eating healthy. All things considered, you positively don't have to put yourself through every one of that damnation. Healthy eating is a method for adjusting the food you eat to keep your body in great health. With healthy eating, you will have vitality throughout the day, get the vitamins and minerals you require, remain solid for activities you appreciate, and keep up a healthy weight. Simply peruse on and discover how basic it to have a healthier existence through healthy eating is. When we enter a supermarket, the food that we normally pay special mind to at first would be chips, chocolates, cakes, and every one of those foods that are high in calorie. This is not the way it ought to be. You should discover and acclimate yourself with healthy foods. You can do this by a method for a standard webbook or by purchasing an accumulation of good eating formula books. There are a great many healthy formulas that can be found on the web. Simply go to Google, sort in good formulas, and there you go. To diminish the fatigue frequently connected with healthy eating, particularly if you are not accustomed to it, it is critical that you zest up your foods. Take a stab at blending different foods. For instance, you could juice both mangoes and oranges as opposed to eating oranges alone. Healthy eating abilities. It's implied that we are dominatingly what we eat. Creating healthy eating propensities is in this manner greatly critical in keeping up great health. Eating an adjusted diet that consolidates healthy measurements of supplements, vitamins, and minerals will guarantee that the body gets its day-by-day dosage of all the fundamental parts it needs to work productively. Numerous health issues can emerge from overeating as well. Stoutness is one of the main sources of some health issues in the created world. People now need to keep running on treadmills or cycle on stationary bicycles just to consume off the abundant food that they have expended. Frequently, the inclination to overeat could likewise have mental causes. Consequently, the requirement for mental cleanliness at the end of the day should be pushed. Try not to avoid any healthy meals. Eating 3 meals with snacks in the middle of is the ideal way to keep up both vitality and a healthy weight. When you skip meals and get eager, you are more than prone to pick foods that are not extremely good for you. If you are eating far from home, take food with you or know where you can purchase healthy food from. During your meals, expand a satisfactory measure of starches to produce vitality for your muscle. Bread, noodles, grains, organic products, vegetables. You can get drained effectively if you are not expending enough starches. Rather than profound hearing, take a stab at barbecuing, blend frying, microwaving, heating, and notwithstanding bubbling. You should also attempt fresh or even dried herbs and flavors to add flavor to your food. Before you eat any meat, make certain to trim the fat and skin off of it. Maintain a strategic distance from a great deal of sugar. Beverages that contain sugar are a unique source of empty vitality. What this implies is that the drinks contain a great deal of vitality that your body may not need, and it doesn't contain any vitamins or minerals. On the off chance that you plan to drink sugary drinks, do not go over the edge. Constrain yourself to one a day. Mental cleanliness. A great many people expect that health issues are created absolutely by physical causes. Be that as it may, look into has demonstrated that the brain could be the reason for countless dread, push, uneasiness, severity, outrage, envy, wild anger, and an assortment of other damaging feelings can prompt some health difficulties. Having an inspirational standpoint emerging from the peace that originates from inside is fundamental for a healthy life. A reasonable and ready personality is required to control one's daily exercises. Teach and center is additionally temperances that emerge out of a distinct personality that is in absolute control. A wayward personality can prompt some dangerous practices that thus cause health issues. Have an adjusted diet. There are no great food nor any terrible foods. All food can be a piece of a healthy diet when eaten in balance. You don't have to purchase any low-carb, without fat, or even diet foods, as these foods normally have bunches of other included ingredients to replace the sugars or fat. What does an adjusted diet mean? An adjusted diet comprises of the considerable number of supplements that are fundamental to the health. An adjusted diet consists of protein, starches, vitamins, minerals, water, exercise routines. It is essential to take after a healthy exercise regimen to keep the body in the beat working request. A stationary way of life could prompt numerous health difficulties. The present office situations are the main source of this condition. People, consequently, need to give their bodies an aggregate exercise to be healthy. To adhere to a strict timetable, the part of the psyche is again included. The brain is in this manner instrumental in keeping up a healthy body. A large number of us commit a straightforward error in simply eating foods which are high in protein and starches, regularly disregarding the fundamentals of vitamins and minerals. A diet which comprises exclusively of starches and proteins is considered as being high in calories. This, for reality, is the primary purpose behind the high rate of weight in the U.S. If we don't expand enough vitamins, our bodies will be more vulnerable to infection assaults, and we will fall wiped out effortlessly. Many people are finding that help from other people makes it less demanding for them to adhere to their healthier ways of life. On the off chance that you sense that you require somebody to help you, take a stab at joining a nearby or online gathering, or conversing with your friends and family. There are likewise eating arrangements that don't oblige you to go shopping or cook. These arrangements oblige you to subscribe to a day-by-day or week-by-week food conveyance benefit. The greater part of your meals will be chosen for you, and they will all be nutritious, so you won't need the stress over concocting or accompanying new meal thoughts. The greater part of the kids conceived with neural tube abscons, for example, spina bifida, could have been averted if ladies ate foods rich in folic corrosive. A healthy diet can likewise affect your mental health, influencing how well you think and your resting propensities. Some mental issue, for example, rejection, can be treated with specific vitamins and minerals. In spite of the fact that we live in a period of quick, greasy food, you can eat healthy without dieting or starving yourself. Just 4 out of 10 Americans claim to have healthy diets. A few people decline to eat healthy because they trust that healthy foods have no taste and they would need to surrender the greater part of their most loved foods. You should simply settle on healthy decisions in the food you eat. Have a strong eating propensity. Figure out how to keep your bit sizes sensible, little and restricted. Never skirt your meals to take after health tips to shed pounds. Skipping meals to control your weight could make your appetite leave control. You would wind up eating and putting on more weight as opposed to losing it. You can eat light snacks between meals to diminish your admission in mid-meals. Be that as it may, you ought to abstain from eating an excessive number of snacks, as that would make up for the low admission of meals. Never roll out unexpected improvements to your diet or food propensities. Your body, and additionally your psyche, would require an opportunity to take after these health tips. Changing to kick can demonstrate counterproductively. Roll out modest improvements and increment them gradually, however relentlessly, until the point when you achieve your coveted objective. These are genuinely basic health tips to take after. It just takes a little practice and some judgment skills to eat and remain healthy. A decent diet alongside exercise can enable you to remain healthy and great shape.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to receive new video.